Avery Maltz struggled as a teen, dealing with an undiagnosed learning disability and enduring homophobic bullying in school. After graduating high school, Maltz took several years off before finding a welcoming community and academic success at Holyoke Community College, and has recently been awarded the Wells Fargo Scholarship from the Point Foundation, which is the nation's largest merit scholarship program for LGBTQ students. Zydalis Bauer spoke with Maltz to hear how the scholarship will help them further their passion of building community, amplifying marginalized voices, and using natural sciences towards creating a more accessible world for all.
My family moved up here when I was 13. We were looking for a more accepting place to be. We had been on Long Island for a couple years before that, Manhattan, which was really nice. But I ended up staying after high school because I really liked the community and it was an easy place to live.
And I know that after high school, you didn't pursue higher education right away. You were dealing with an undiagnosed learning disability. And unfortunately, you also dealt with some homophobic bullying in your past school. So after taking so much time off of school after graduation, you decided to pursue school at Holyoke Community College. What was the driving factor behind that decision?
It was really about getting diagnosed with ADHD. And I did try to go to college straight out of high school, and it didn't work out. I didn't have the support that I needed. I didn't know how to advocate for myself. I didn't understand the way that the education system worked. Yeah, I worked retail for about a decade and, I got pretty burnt out on that. And I was unsatisfied. And even when I liked my jobs, it wasn't deeply satisfying to me. And I really wanted more. And so I knew that I needed help in this way. And so I decided to pursue testing. And when I got my diagnosis, I decided to try again with school and see what would happen.
I mean, and it really did pay off because congratulations, have been awarded with the Wells Fargo Scholarship from the Point Foundation, which is the nation's largest merit scholarship for LGBTQ students. How did it feel to receive this honor, and how will this scholarship help you succeed with your goals?
It felt amazing. First of all, receiving that scholarship was incredible. I mean, I thought about who I was in middle school and how difficult it had been to be bullied for being queer and all the struggles I went through after that. And it just felt like everything had come full circle. And it's been an amazing opportunity. The scholarship has been super helpful, but also the programming that Point offers is really amazing. I've been able to do like one-on-one coaching. They have a lot of training in like the transfer process because I am working on transferring to a 4-year school right now. And so, they just have someone for every part of the process to offer support.
I wanted to bring that up too, because I know that beyond the monetary value of this scholarship, this is a year-long program and it will provide you with workshops, support, and ultimately you will be a part of the Point Foundation's alumni mentor network, which is amazing. How important is mentorship and what difference did it make for you?
It's incredibly important. It's made a huge difference for me. When I think back to when I was younger, when I tried to go to college right out of high school, I didn't have any mentors. I didn't have any adults in my life to offer that support or guidance. I didn't even know who my advisor was. And so I really fell through the cracks because of that. So it's really important to me to have mentors and to have people who I can go to, and also to step into that role when I can, and to see like who's struggling around me and who might need some support with something that I've already been through.
And I know that you're doing that currently at Holyoke Community College. You've really taken a leadership role during your time there. Just a couple of ways that you have: you are a peer tutor, supplemental instructor, and you're also president and co-founder of the Neurodiversity Club. What drives you to immerse yourself in all of these different initiatives, and why are you so passionate about building community?
Well, the easy answer is that it's really fun. But aside from that, I mean, I really do feel strongly just from my own path in life, that I don't want people to fall through the cracks in the way that I did. And I don't have any regrets. I think it's all part of it. And spending my 20s doing other things and then coming back to school has been part of my path, but it doesn't have to be that difficult for everyone. And I just think that everyone benefits when we all lift each other up. And so, I just think it just feels very basic to me to be looking out in that way, and to be connected and to help others connect in.
Now let's switch gears a little bit, because I think what you're studying is fascinating. You have really found your passion for research and STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Something that you're exploring is understanding how different cultures relate to the natural worlds that they inhabit. How does your passion for natural sciences and social justice go hand in hand? Because that's not something that I think many people think about, how relatable they are. So tell me about that.
So I started off as a biology major, and I just really wanted to learn all about the natural world. And, starting out, I was kind of like, oh, I hope that I can, contribute to helping with some issue that we're facing today, with the climate, or, the human impact on nature. And as I started to go through my studies, I started to realize that everything is connected and we can't ignore the human element of that. And, there's a lot of instances where environmental issues are tied into systemic issues of racism. And so, I realized that there's really no way for me to fully be effective in the way that I want to be without looking at things through a lens of social justice.
What do you see as your goal for the future beyond Holyoke Community College?
I would love to, get my bachelor's and then continue on after that. I really love school, so I would love to be a student for a while. That's pretty much the goal so far, to just keep learning.
Now, what message would you share with others who may have been facing similar struggles you have, or struggles in general? What advice would you give them to find a community or an outlet for themselves?
Try to reach out to someone. There's always someone else who's going to be going through a similar issue, or someone who has gone through something similar. And even if not, then there's someone around you who knows someone. So that's what I've done in moments where I really have been confused by something or haven't really known how to overcome a problem. I just kind of figure out who I need to connect with, who will either connect me to a resource or just listen or be able to help me through it. And that's something I've learned as a student. If I have a question or I'm confused about something, chances are someone else in the class is too. So I'll always raise my hand and ask the question.